All right. We just want to welcome you guys this morning for our call. Today we have a segment with blogging. Miss Pat Reynolds, she's been with us for a while, and I mean, this lady has a teaching background. Her passion is teaching, and you'll see in a minute the reason why she does what she do. She makes it happen in a big way. Like I said, she is the Paula Dean of the education of our program, which is Opportunity Launch, and she's teaching people things like never before. She just really putting it out there, breaking it down, making it simple for you guys. This is her heart. This is her passion. And later on, we're gonna bring on my partner and friend Ramon, and you're gonna see what he does, and he does it exceptionally well. He's gonna talk to you about a few things later on when Miss Pat finished delivering her her program. So, Miss Pat, are you there?
Yes, good morning, everybody. I am going to just do a review of the reasons to blog. And those of you who are attending the night session with Marcus, he's going over some SEO tips and tools for you. And what I like about his presentation is it's not, it's just an everyday, spoken in everyday layman's terms, which kind of helps you through the value of being seen in those search engine in the search engines. I am I've already talked to you about many of the things that he has gone over with you. However, I'm putting the label on it, and Marcus is really sharing with you the the layman's way of doing it. I guess it's the everyday person. I mean, like he did something the other night on long tail keywords, and I gave it the name, but he's sharing with you how they appear on Google and things like that. But I want to start this morning simply by going through and telling you about the reasons that you would want to be blogging. Just a review, and for those people who weren't with us from the beginning, here again is that little presentation that I provided, because blogging has indeed revolutionized the way we experience the digital age. We find that McDonald's, Olive Garden, um, Kmart, Walmart, all of those companies, be it fast food, be it you know, any of those stores or companies have a blogging platform where they're reaching the masses. So we want to talk about, as entrepreneurs, what are the reasons that we would want to blog? And I found a great article on the net by Fishbein, Michael Fishbein, who is a writer for the Huffington Post, and you may want to include that as one of the links that you offer in the confines of your blog, because it provides you with an authority site of sorts. But Michael Fishbein gives us 10 of the biggest reasons why you should start blogging immediately. First of all, it's going to help to attract an audience. And blogging enables you to reach the millions and billions of people that use the internet. It is the information highway, to use the cliche. But blogging can help you promote yourself or your business. And it works as a method for attracting an audience because it provides something of value to them before you ask for anything in return. And I think the whole mantra here at Opportunity Launch is that we want to continue to offer value to persons who are visiting our website, to network marketers, the whole gamut. By creating a blog that is of value, you can attract an audience and eventually convert them to customers, to partners, to friends. Secondly, what blogging does is, or reason to blog, is to help you to establish authority. And what exactly does that mean? Having a blog and writing about important topics that are relevant to your audience establishes you as an authority. Your particular real estate on the internet offers you as Mr. Authority on health issues, Ms. Authority on cosmetic care, whatever it might be. But a blog, says Mr. Fishbein, is to professionals in the 21st century what a business card was to professionals in the 1990s. So it's basically our new business card. Thirdly, a reason to blog is to build rapport and engagement. Blogging can convert traffic into leads and leads into customers. And remember, if you attended the last night's training and Monday night's training, we're talking about the use of email marketing. So with the blogging, you can help to warm up your cold calls that you might have, because the people will already be familiar with you because they have actually visited your website or your blog site. Number 4, reason. Blog because it creates opportunities. A lot of people have been found on the internet by way of their blog, and they have been asked to do speaking engagements, to provide press releases, that kind of a thing, simply because they are providing value and they're being identified as an expert. A 5th reason is to organize your thoughts and to learn. And I have to tell you, this for me has been a very rewarding experience with blogging, because it gives me an opportunity to read information, to put it in my own words, to digest it, and then to offer it to my readership, or my readers, my viewers, in information that they can digest as well. It's a learning situation that takes place. So Fishbein says blogging forces you to teach yourself what you don't know, and to articulate or to understand and put in your own words what you do know. So it's a synthesis of ideas. Number 6, you can tell your story. That's a reason to blog. It enables you to be your own media company. You can tell your story the way you want to without having a spin on it. 7, it's a way to meet new people. The audience that you attract through blogging doesn't just have to be your audience. They can become your friends, your colleagues, partners, or even good business contacts. And right here, I'm going to tell you that when I started blogging, it's been about 3 years ago, 3 years ago. I started with that Empower Network platform, and I met a young lady who has become an online friend of mine, a business partner, and we communicate almost weekly, if not bi-weekly. We're in EPX together as well. So it has provided me, that blogging platform, Empower Network, allowed me to meet someone who has become a business partner as well as a friend and a colleague. So you never know what the impact your blog may have on your audience. Number 8, reason. Reason number 8 is helps you to stand out. It says this: according to the 1% rule, only 1% of internet users actively create new content, while the other 99% of the participants simply view it. So by blogging, you really separate yourself from the masses, from that 99% of people who don't blog at all. Now, standing out is essential in an increasingly competitive economy. So you want to not blend with the crowd, but rather to step out and to create your own brand. Blogging will allow you to do so. There are so many people who, I'll just share the company, and Total Life Changes. I was in that company, and then I left to go into EPX. But many of the people who joined EPX were just, I don't want to call them average, because it's not, nobody's average, but they were people who went from making no money to making extraordinary amounts of money. They became coaches. And what I'm finding now as I look at my Facebook page, many of those people who began with making few dollars with TLC are making many dollars with TLC, and they have started to blog. And in their blogs, they're sharing with people not only the product, but also how to make money through the use of those products. So they are becoming branded. They have their own brand out there, and they're also validating their expertise by way of the blog. So they Mr. Fishbein tells us that blogs are our new resumes. Blogging about a topic that you would like to be viewed as an expert in can show readers, employers, and your network that you are skilled as well as knowledgeable. Number 10, you can make money. Here we're talking about actually monetizing your blog, and I'm not going to deal too terribly with that because it really deals with becoming an affiliate and using your blog to advertise for JV Zoo, those kinds of entities. So you can become an affiliate marketer and make good gobs of money, and especially part-time. And if you do it full-time, it becomes a great way to have or create a passive income. Now, that having been said, here are only 3 of the many tips that I gave earlier about how to blog. You want to begin your blog with a free blog hosting service. The one that I've done the most training on is the Blogger platform. You want to start with a free blog because, hey, you don't want to have to spend a whole lot of money on a blogging platform initially if this is your first time blogging, if you're a newbie. But the beauty of these free platforms is that you don't have to have any advanced knowledge of scripts. You don't have to know how to do the HTML. You don't have to have your hosting or programming. One of the best benefits is when you have this free service, if you're not successful, then you don't have to worry about having spent a lot of money. I'm paying like $10 a month for my blog to be hosted at one of the companies. And if you're not doing the blogging, then you want to go with a free platform. And I also have free platform as well. But some of your top free blogging platforms are Blogger, which we talked about being owned by Google. You have Tumblr, a great authority site, by the way. You have Weebly, you have Wix, you have WordPress, and our blogging platform that's coming down from Marcus is the WordPress. You also have Squarespace. Now these websites, they have great templates and they have easy to follow instructions for posting. A second tip I want to give you is this one. Decide on a niche market, a targeted product, service, or topic, and make that be your specialty. You should first decide on a product, service, or topic that interests you. And when I was teaching, I would tell my students, whenever you want to select something to do your research on, to become knowledgeable about, you need to choose a topic or an area that you love or you have a passion for. Steve Jobs said something like, if you're going to start a business or if you're going to do something, you need to do something that you love because it doesn't become a chore. It becomes easy, it becomes facile, and you have fun doing it. You want to use keyword research. You want to use your keyword planner. You want to use Yahoo, and there's also something called Buzz Index to help you find popularly searched topics. All you have to do also is go on YouTube, and on YouTube you can type in topics that are trending or trending videos, and they will let you know which ones are viral. Anything can be considered a niche as long as it has a target audience, no matter how large, no matter how small it might be. And it doesn't matter whether your topic is popular or not. If there's an audience, then there's a need for your discussion or for your topic, as long as it's focused and narrowed enough. Tip number 3 I want to give you is to make sure that the content is valuable and that it's worthwhile. And we know that we always want to share information of value, okay? Now, I put questions and concerns here. However, I need to let you know that I'm going to share the questions at the very end. Last week and last night, as a matter of fact, I had my hands smacked by sand because you know and I know we're supposed to save those questions to the very, very end. I wanted to do one more thing. Last time I met with you all, I mentioned something called free web submission. And I want to share with you what you can do with your blog. You just take the URL and you can go to this submission. It's in my presentation last week, but it's called freesubmission.com, freewebsubmission.com. And on this site, it is optimized and it gives you your hottest A over B testing tool. That's what they call it. But here you have the top 50 search engines and directories. And I think last week I made mention of the Alexa rankings. This one is very important. It will tell you those sites that are visited by way of popularity. Google, as you can see, has #1 rating in Alexa. And the G here obviously is for our favorite platform, Google, and it ranks itself as 9. Another popular and important search engine is Bing. Alexa rating is 27, but Google gives it an 8. And as I said here, there are what? There are 50 of them. I'm just going to show you how it works. Let's say we go to Google, right? And I think maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I think it was Ray Main might have told us about going to Google and putting our URL in there. Here you have to do the CAPTCHA to make sure that you're not a robot, because people do have robotic systems that will just enter the the web address. They're actually testing and making sure it's a human. You want to submit your request here. And you can go all the way down the line here. You can do Bing, put your blog, and put in your blog web address, and then you can ping it as well. All of these are here. Here's how it works on free web submission. Here you put your web URL, your name, your email address. You have to agree to their terms. So you can see you can do it individually if you like, or you can just come right here and allow the free web submission to do it for you. And you can tick off the ones that you want to submit your blog to, or your YouTube video, as a matter of fact. Okay. There's another site that you can go to. It's called Pingler. I think I made a mistake on that one. Yeah, there it is. Man, I hate this. I do not like Yahoo search engine. I have been very, very remiss in my duties. I haven't done my pings for my blog, but this is certainly a way to get yourself found in the search engines. Here with Pingler, it's a free service, or you can upgrade. But again, you put your title, you put your URL, you identify only the category. I think you're allowed 3 categories here. And then you can see the ping services, all of the websites, or all of the search engines that they will put your blog in. Blogsearch.google, all of these are right there for you. You put your information in. You have to do a CAPTCHA again. Usually it's progressive, but here they're advertising for Xbox One now. You put your information in and it pings, and then it will send you an email just like the other one to let you know that your blog or your YouTube video has in fact been accepted. Okay? Sam? I have one more thing that I want to do, not to bore you all, but I think it's important that we start looking at the WordPress blog, because that's the one that's going to be coming down the pipe for most of us. I think I gave you 10 good reasons that you want to start blogging, and um, you can see mine has already come up here because I do have a WordPress blog. I'm going to see how I can do this. I may have to go incognito. That's the one thing about Google. It holds a lot of your information in the resident memory, so I'm going to go over here to an incognito, and I'm going to type in WordPress.com. Okay. You want to go to WordPress.com to get your free blog. You want to create that blog. And by the way, if anybody was on a training with Marcus a couple nights ago, you will see that he had about 10 bloggers, and maybe more. There were so many, it was just like he had a whole list of them. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having multiple blogs. Oh, and by the way, I'm just going to share, since we're over here, I'm going to share with you my my page ranking. I'm going to do EPX body. And remember in the training, when you put in your term, you can use EPX body. That's my company, and I'm not promoting it. So I want to do my disclaimer. There's EPX body. I could have done one word, or as Marcus has shared with you, 2 words. It's still going to give you your sites. It's going to pull up your sites. But here's EPX body, and I did several blogs, and the one that was my passion because I come from TLC was the detox tea. So that was a word that I was ranking for, the EPX and detox tea. And I've also gone to the incognito site as well because I don't want Google to just put me on page 1, because I have in fact been going to my website. And remember, in that resident memory, it's going to pull up things that you have searched for. So a good place to go for a fresh start, so to speak, or to clean out your or either clean your cookies out of your out of your internet. Go to the incognito screen. Now, all of these are sites that you'll see. March 14, you've got all of your YouTube videos, product details here. There's EPX. Okay, I'm not on page 1 for that, but let's see, for detox tea. But here's page 2. More videos, more ads, and those are Amazon probably. Okay, here's my post. I've got EPX body. I'm on page 2. And you pull up my blog. It's another platform that I have. But what I do is I put my blog, I connect my blog so that on another platform, we learned that you want to try to create a spider web effect where your blog, anywhere a person clicks on, they're going to something that truly belongs to you. So anybody that goes on the internet, when they search for the detox tea, they're going to come up with this one. At the end of my blog, you'll notice what I also did was put some related articles there. What is EPX body? And if I click that on, it does go to my 2 a.m. traffic blog, okay? And then I have, remember we talked about external and internal links. This one goes out to my website. Okay, another one that I ranked for was EPX compensation plan. I spell that. Here's the one from the company plan. Let me see what happened here. ads, slide share, a video from Daily Motion. By the way, you all need to use Daily Motion as another place to put your videos. I think I mentioned that before. Let's see, page 2. Oh, uh-oh, there's one. I'm on page 2. This is my WordPress blog. Now, I haven't, and I'm very saddened by this. This is in July, but I need to go back. And remember, we talked about always adding fresh content. Here's my WordPress blog, okay? This is the EPX compensation plan, 90 Days to Freedom. You'll see my hyperlinks. You'll also see that I have enumerated in there because the search engines like that kind of a thing. And 10 of them, I have a video. You click on my video, and what I did in my video is on my channel for EPX, but also as in addition to trying to get ranked, I have tags in there that help me to get ranking as well. Notice also at the end here, I have related articles that will either go to my 2 a.m. blog or to my blogger, or they will go to my web, patriciareynoldsonline.com. And here are some categories that I have, okay? Let me see. I did one more. But this is just to show you how you want to, here's a 90-day challenge. You see again videos, these YouTube videos, look, 2013. They've been on there. They have their real estate. These guys are there, and it appears to be that they're unmovable, but we have to find a way to get them, you know, to get a spot on that first page. Okay, here I am. I've got 2 of them. 2 of my blogs appear on page 1 for the term, what, 90-day challenge. These were my keywords in there. Okay, you click that on. And I think I try to be, it's very short, very to the point, served its purpose, and look, a clickable image, get started. Remember, we want to have a call to action in our blog as well. But my point is, you see that I have at least, what, 2 blogs, one on Blogger. I have the 2 a.m., which is also a WordPress blog, and my own that's hosted by one of the companies. I'm not going to name which one, but GoDaddy has one, Bluehost. You also have the one that I shared with you before. It's out of my head. Oh, it's the Gator. Here's my WordPress. Now, what you want to do is go to WordPress.com. You can create a website if you want to, or you can create a blog. We want the blog. So you want to click on Create a Blog. Remember, it's free. They're going to ask you what your category is, and there are a whole slew of them. Health and wellness. And then you get to choose a theme. When you are here, I want you to know that the initial theme that you choose doesn't have to be the one that you end up with. These are just a few of them that they offer. You can click it on, right? You can enter a domain or a keyword. What are your options? Now, I think I was on a call, and I believe it might have been Lonnie. I don't know if Lonnie is here or not. With the blog that we're getting from Opportunity Launch, do not use a domain to mask it. Why? Because Marcus is spending good gobs of time and energy and effort to get you an SEO optimized blog. I mean, I'm just like speechless with what's going on with that blog from what I can hear. But You don't want to use a domain. You want to leave it exactly as it appears and just put your information or your content on that blog, because it's already going to have the real estate right there on Google for you. All you have to do is build your house there. He's given you the land. You want to build your house by putting content there, and it needs to be valuable content, okay? And you need to be putting things there constantly. But at any rate, it asks you to enter a domain or a keyword, and then you've got two options. What do you want to do? You want the free one, okay? Or you can already have your own domain, okay? And if you do that, it's going to cost you 13 bucks, right? $18 a year if you're going to get your own domain. So let's see. Step 2. I'm just going to put, oh, I know what I'm going to put. And you see what happens once you put your information in there. They will give you a free selection, or you can choose this one for $18. I'm going to go marketing ideas for 2015. .wordpress.com. Now this is actually going to be my URL. It also asks you for step 4. Well, not also, but step 4 requires that you determine what plan you want. I want it free for life. And remember, you can upgrade it anytime. At this point, you're going to put your email in there, your username, and then your password. And then it will open up to you for the actual posting. Now, 942, I think what I'm going to do is ask you all to create for yourselves a WordPress blog for our next Wednesday's meeting. And at that time, I'll pick up and share with you some of the contents therein to kind of give you an idea or an overview of each one of the tabs and how they actually work. Okay? And I am going to turn it over to you, San or Ramon.
All right, all
and
right.
if there are any questions, I think they can be
All right,
reserved for the end.
we'll get them in there with them questions, man. I'm getting ready to get me a WordPress, bro. Get practicing, get ready for the big game with Marcus.
Oh, yeah, and you know what? I don't have enough time, but those of you who see what's inside of that WordPress.com, you're going to be excited, because if you're working on Blogger, you can send your Blogger articles right over to your WordPress blog. You can import, you can export information. And for those of you who are upgrading, remember that you have the article rewriter, that spinner, that Marcus is allowing you to use free of charge. You can take that article that you have in Blogger or in any one of the other sites that you have, spin it and put it on your WordPress blog. And you can have information here, there, and everywhere. Okay, I'm done. Zip my lips.
Yeah, boy. Miss Pat, she's wild for sound, ready to get down. Well, you know what?
Good morning.
She's bringing some value. Good morning, Ramon. Ramon's coming on, and he's about to take it to another level. So, Ramon, it's all on you.
Good morning. Good morning. So now that Pat showed you how to create an actual blog, I'm going to take you inside of the blog we have with Opportunity Launch. The blog that you're going to receive is going to be SEO optimized, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see here, this is one of the companies that I promote. But I was blogging with this platform. Again, I'm not a professional blogger by any means, but with the article writer that you're going to receive, you're going to be able to create articles from thin air. Just pretty much go out and find a great article, maybe on affiliate marketing, on any type of marketing that you like. Keep it inside keep it relevant to what you're posting, maybe your business. And what's going to happen is you're going to be able to create content within minutes, and you're going to be able to add video within minutes. So just let me give you an example here. I made this article. It's called "What is Affiliate Marketing?" I made this within minutes, and I used the article writer, and I have it. As you can see here, it's already excuse me, it's already SEO optimized. See that little green dot right above here? This tells you that it has the right keywords. That green dot tells you it's good to go. It might not be perfect. I mean, but it's good to go on the internet, and it's telling you that it's a great article the way it's posted, originality, etc. With article writer, you're going to be able to post this within minutes. So all I did was look up what is affiliate marketing. I went to Ezon's article. I found a post that was relevant to what I wanted to talk about, because Four Corners, you're an affiliate marketer. You sell the products, the ebooks that they sell. So that's pretty much why I wanted to keep it relevant to what I was posting about, ladies and gentlemen. And the great thing about the blog that you're going to be receiving, or that you do purchase within Opportunity Launch, it is SEO optimized with a phenomenal array of tools. As you can see here, you can go ahead. Now remember this, if you go to regular blog, you're not going to have this here. Again, the blog that you receive with Opportunity Launch is already SEO optimized. It's made so you can go ahead and start working on your blogs and have this already built. Because if you were to try to get this somewhere else, you would have to purchase it. But because you got it with Opportunity Launch, you do not need to come out of pocket unless you get it from within Opportunity Launch. I forgot the procedure because he changed it up just recently of how to receive your blog. So if you want to find more information on that, I would definitely talk to Marcus himself. But in the meantime, as you can see here, there's tools integrated into your blog where you're going to be able to easily check to see if your page is, if you have the right keywords, if your links are correctly, if your keyword density is correct. By a click of a button, you're going to be able to check that, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm going to do now, as you can see, this is just a plain post. I haven't added a header here. I do want to add a header. I might not. I don't know yet, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I occasionally pop in here maybe once every 2 weeks and add a new post just to keep it fresh with new content. I want Google to understand that my website is active and that I want them to send more views here. That's pretty much what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my dashboard and show you what the inside looks like. As you can see, you have a bunch of different tabs here on the left-hand side. You can add sliders, layer sliders. I mean, you name it, ladies and gentlemen. Many of you probably don't even know what all these are here. What I would encourage you to do is click on it. Find out what it does, ladies and gentlemen, because that's what I've done. I don't know what everything does here. I just know what the appearance, the tools. Again, there's available tools. You could import tools to your WordPress account online. WordPress has an array of free tools you can import, ladies and gentlemen. You can add emails, email platform within it, a form where if they fill it out. If you have a cPanel, you can go ahead and create email system so you can send and receive emails through your blog as well, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have a cPanel, that's unlimited email system. I have one that's unlimited bandwidth. So all I have to do is add a form here inside my blog, and when they fill it out, the email goes to my Gmail account because I have it coded with my POP to my Gmail, and once it receives it, I can then communicate with that person through my Gmail account rather than my cPanel email account. That might be a little too high tech for some people, but again, it's really not that hard, ladies and gentlemen. So again, you can go ahead and add tools, email, etc. within the form, and it's very easy to create a post within your blog with WordPress. It's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. If you click on post, once you get your blog, all you have to do is click on post, and then you're going to click on add a new post. And right up the very top here, it'll tell you. It says add a new post. As you can see here, this is tips for writing. This is not SEO optimized. This blog post here I did on a 10/22. Again, I wasn't finished yet. That's why you don't see the green dot here. But the green dot means SEO optimized. Search engine optimized, but this is not. As you can see, this one is, and so on. It'll keep going down the line. So I occasionally, like I said, I come in here, put a few different posts, and it's very easy to add a new post. Just click on add new post and add the content you want to add here. Whether you're using the article writer or not, you don't necessarily need to use the article writer. If you want to talk about a specific product, or a specific website, or a specific topic, you can go ahead and add the content here, add the keywords, add pictures, video within this box here. All you have to do is click on add media, then you'll be able to add pictures, video, all that, and then some within this box here. And once you are finished with the actual posting, then you can check to see if it's SEO optimized. Once you click this button here, it says check. It'll tell you to add the keywords. First, you have to add keywords. I'm sure many of you already know that the only way to get ranked up is to have the proper keywords with whatever you're posting. So if someone's online looking for that particular topic, you want your blog to be at the very top, just like Patricia showed you on EPX Body. She's on page 1 and page 2. The reason why she's on those pages is because she keeps it SEO optimized. She's putting in the right keywords, and she's doing what she needs to do to keep it fresh content within it. I mean, I would love to be on page 1 and 2, but I'm not with my blog. But if I could, I would. I mean, I do everything in my power to get there. But I mean, with experience. I mean, Patricia knows blogging. This is why she does it, and this is why she trains everyone as well as myself in the blogging platform. But again, I learn every single day as I do this. I'm just giving you a rundown of your blog, what it's going to look like when you do receive it with Opportunity Launch. And as you can see here, you can put your posts, pictures, etc. And once that's done, you click on check, and I'm going to show you exactly what it does. I'm going to go back to my content, my pages here, and I'm going to show you the categories of what I posted so far. Here's one of 4 corners, and obviously, as you can see, it's already SEO optimized. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I should have clicked. Here we go. After I added my headline here, I wanted to add it as well. As you can see, you'll see it double. You might even see it triple times. Again, I gotta still work on it a little bit, but as you can see, it's giving me the green light, which is great because once you add your content, picture of your products, you're gonna click on check. And down here is when you're going to have decide what it is you need to work on within your blog. So it tells you right here what's wrong and what isn't wrong. First, you want to go to general. General is where this is a snippet is what it's going to look like on Google. So that gives you a great, good looking picture. It's going to give you your focus keyword, and then it'll tell you here the focus keyword usage, how many times you're using it, the content, the page title, etc. The SEO title. Okay, that's very important. And then the meta description, which is here. Okay, and then you have your other relevant content down here, ladies and gentlemen. Keywords are a very important factor within this. So obviously I added the keywords separated by commas here, your description, and then the title. And as you can see here, it's good to go. I mean, it's not perfect, but it looks great. It's what I want it to look like. I mean, when someone comes onto my page, it's gonna be a relevant content to what I'm promoting. And all I have to do is once I add my content, pictures, text, you name it, I click on check, and down here it's gonna tell me what I need to work on. The keyword density, I can definitely fix that within a matter of minutes. But like I said, I have to take the time out to do yourself. So you're going to have to do some due diligence and just get in there and redo a few things until you get this all green. I mean, to get it all green is going to be a stupendous feat because I have never yet put one blog that I got up here and all the dots were green. I mean, orange is not that great because the next color is red, and red's not good at all. Yellow's decent. I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about the yellow if you can't fix too much of that because again, what they tell you to do in here sometimes you're just lost and you have to search what it is that they're trying to tell you. And I have to sometimes go ahead online and search blog training. This is why I look forward to Wednesdays when Patricia's out there. Like she just told us today about the search engine where you can go ahead and add your website. I mean, that was a great thing to do. I mean, I knew about it, I just never did it. But now that she showed us in this training today, I went in and took a look at it, and I submitted a couple of my websites in a matter of months. So this is the type of valuable information that you're going to be receiving on these trainings. Just because you're a leader doesn't mean you cannot learn. I still get the training myself, ladies and gentlemen. So that being said, this here will guide you to get your blog to be as perfect as it can be. And it tells you this is what's great. Yes?
You see that third one? The images on this page do not have alt tags.
Correct.
So all you have to do is open up your image and put your keywords in there. I
Yes, I
saw
know
you.
that. I
Yeah.
just haven't worked on this one.
Oh, my son.
I know we did that last time on the blog,
Yeah.
the old tags. If you don't remember, we worked on a few. I just haven't worked on the blog. Like I
Right.
said, I come in here every 2 weeks. If I feel like working on it, then I'll work on it. Like I said, people, depending on what you like to do, you may like to blog, you may not like to blog. I'm not a blogger,
Mhm.
plain and simple. But I have access to it, and I will blog if I have to. And occasionally I will go in here and post a few things because I have the tools now to do it. I'm not going to sit here and just write a whole paragraph, two, three different paragraphs, have pictures, video from scratch, and it'll take me about an hour to do so. And for me, I mean, I'd rather use the tools to my benefit, which I've done. I can take these tools now that I have them and create quick blogs within a matter of minutes. That I'll do.
Right.
This is why I like the way Opportunity Launch has given us these type of tools so we can go ahead and use and optimize. I've been blogging for years. I just haven't been, doing it with the SEO optimization like we have now. My other website, I have a ton of blogging information that I add there, content, affiliate marketing, how to promote on Facebook, how to promote on Pinterest, etc. I have all those trainings on my other website that I have for a few years now. But that content is not SEO optimized, even though because I've been trying to do it from scratch, and it's hard if you don't know SEO optimization. That's why people charge you hundreds of dollars to get your site. If you haven't received a phone call when you built the website or sent emails to your email list because of you just built the website and people are looking to help you get your page ranked on number 1 and 2, it's because it's a lot of work that goes towards it. And people are willing to pay that kind of money. That's why people sell that.
Mhm.
If you haven't noticed, trust me, when you build a website or you start to go ahead and build a .com on GoDaddy or wherever you got a domain from, people are going to start hitting you up because they want you to pay to get your page SEO optimized. The great thing about this blog and platform you receive when Opportunity Launch, you don't need to come out of pocket. It's already here, and in a few buttons, you'll know what's wrong. Where if you were to do it from scratch, you're not going to have this, and you ain't going to know what's wrong. So you're going to have to guess. And this is why I love this particular tool, and I use it to my benefit. As you can see, this was all red at one point. I'm slowly but surely I'm working my way up to get this. And by the way, the reason why I have so many pictures here, that's the reason why I didn't do that yet. Because I mean, when I say a ton of pictures, there's a ton of pictures here. That's why I haven't done all of them alternate tags on this. But that being said, I'm going to give you another. I know today was Blogging Wednesday, and I want to keep it relevant to blogs because this is exactly what we're talking about. Plus, this is a particular product that you're going to be receiving within Opportunity Launch. So this is the reason why I like to show you the inside of what you can do with this platform. The posts are easy to create, and it's easy to create pages with your platform. When you create a blog, depending on what you're going to call your blog, they're going to tell you to choose a name for your blog or a particular program for your blog. You have to decide what's best for you. So, I mean, you're going to own the blog. But when you own the blog, now you have to decide, am I going to use my full name as the blog? Am I going to use an opportunity as the blog? So depending on what content you are trying to promote, what program you're trying to promote, that's when you're going to have to decide once you get your hands on this blog. I chose Four Corners as the name for the blog. But for me, I'm thinking, wait a minute, maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have just used my name because I want to brand myself, etc. Granted, I know my name is not big and people are not looking for me, but I want to keep it branded to me so when I go out there and promote about different opportunities, about different trainings, then I want my name on that particular blog. And that was my mistake. So as you can see here in the browser, it says Four Corners Alliance Group as my blog. So that's why I had to keep it focused more on Four Corners, ladies and gentlemen. But I did add additional pages to it, which you can do. You have unlimited page creation. So if you click on pages and add a new page, it could be about a different product, a different program, etc. But I didn't want it to be called Four Corners and then I'm promoting another program in here. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. So just be aware when that happens, when you get the opportunity to build your blog, just think about it before you go ahead and add what the name of your blog you would like what the name of the blog to be. Now I want to switch on another note. There's capture pages that we create with Opportunity Launch. Obviously, the website's down. You heard from Sam earlier today. I did speak to Marcus. Once it's up and running, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you now what you can do to create phenomenal looking background images, background pictures. That's a big part of our business because that's the first thing people see when we post on social media. That's the first thing people see is our capture pages. So what do we do to create attraction to our capture pages? I mean, the blogs are fine. I mean, blogging is, you're going to get attraction, you're going to get attention, but you got to point people into the direction to click on your blog. What better way than to have a phenomenal looking background image that's clickable on social media? So I went and found a phenomenal program. It's called Filter, but it's called Photo. Give me 1 second, Sam. This is an emergency. Give me 1 second.
All right, all right. Ramon is handling some business. He had to step out, so we're gonna hold it down for a second. Push pause for Ramon.
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. That was my wife. She called 3 times in a row. Usually that doesn't happen. Usually that's an emergency. But she's just excited about something. I do apologize. When you got your other half is calling you, usually one call, okay, and then I just dismissed it. Another call, I dismissed it. 3 in a row, like, okay, something's got to be wrong. And she's not here, so I just wanted to make sure that she was okay. That being said, this is our main attraction within Opportunity Launch. The first thing people are going to see is what you're posting in your capture page. So what better way to create some phenomenal looking capture pages than a program that's absolutely free, ladies and gentlemen. And you can create Facebook cover, YouTube covers, Twitter covers, Google covers, Facebook posts, Instagram posts, card posters, you name it. And guess what? It gets even better because this is the button we're looking for. This is the one we're looking for capture pages. We click on custom. And then we're going to be able to put the exact size right here, which is great. So I like to use 1920 and then 1079. It's usually 1080, but 1079 is just as great, ladies and gentlemen. Once you have, so now you know your size is 1920 by 1080. Let's see here. We want to change that. No, that's the wrong size. I don't know why it's doing that. I want it square. Custom. Let's see here. Let me unclick this. And then 20, and then 1080, and then hit apply. All right. Hopefully it's applied. All right. There it is. There's the image size. As you can see, it's already added. Now in here is a blank. This is a blank capture page. This is what your capture page is going to look like when you post it on social media. So whatever content you add here, and you can change colors, you can change the image, you can add photos. So I'm going to show you what I've done. What I'm going to do is you can add text, by the way, as well. So just by clicking the text box, you're going to be able to add text. Let's just say your business is, we'll just put EPX body, just for since we were already talking about that. Then you can add the font, whatever kind of, I mean, you can get really creative, ladies and gentlemen, with this. This is what I love it because you can add crazy looking text fonts in here. Let me go ahead and do that again. Okay.
Highlight EPX body.
Excuse me?
Highlight EPX body.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you. So you can, yeah, I forgot about that. As you can see here, the text will change as you go ahead and select which one you want it to look like. But I mean, you can create some very creative looking background capture pages for your opportunity launch capture page. So EPX body, you can change the color, font, add text, and if you want to add a photo, all you have to do is click on import. I'm going to add one that I created of myself, and then what I did is I made it transparent. So I grabbed the picture, I made it transparent, and then I can like add myself in the corner here, anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. And what it'll do is it'll create some rapport with people, because now they can see you in the image. It looks professional, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't cost. It cost me $0 to make this. It cost me $0 to make this background picture, but yet it looks like you use a phenomenal looking software, some professional software, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you want to create, ladies and gentlemen. You can make it bigger, smaller, etc. And then I would put EPX body. I'm going to add another text. I would do something like this. It's not working. Now, this is something I was going to give this training later down the line, but since we haven't launched yet, we were supposed to launch in early November, but things are not going as planned as of just yet because of a few minor hiccups. But once that's done, again, this is why I'm giving you this training now, so you can use this. So go ahead and start creating some phenomenal looking background images. So we want everybody to use this exactly how I'm using it now, because this is going to create a buzz. Like, wow, how are you creating these professional looking capture pages? What are you using? They're going to ask you that, and you're going to tell them opportunity launch. This is going to get you sign-ups because this is quality, ladies and gentlemen. Now you can change the background color as well. That is right here, ladies and gentlemen, and you can change it to yellow, red, blue. Blue's a nice looking color, or just white. I mean, you can choose custom. You can use your own, which is always great. Let me add another cover image. Let me just go here. I have some that I've already got planned. Let's see here. Cover. I gotta click on pictures first.
Hey, that's a sharp suit, man.
Thank you, sir. That's Sean John.
Go.
I got some custom suits, man. I just leave them in the closet. I wear sandals more now. You know. But when I do go out, and if I have to dress up, I mean, you know. There we go. This is a great looking one, because remember this picture saying you used it on social media?
Yes.
Yeah, look at it. But I mean, you can really go crazy with this. And then let me change the color of these fonts, because obviously now they're not readable. Let's see, font, and I'm going to click on color, bold. Where's the color? I don't think the color's here. I should have added the color earlier. This is a newer program that I started. Oh, here's the color. I'm sorry. Here we go. This is the newer program that I started using recently. When I found it, I'm like, oh, this is nice.
You
and
probably
then
have to change the font, because that one only does the outline.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna change the font. You're right. I'm gonna change the font, but yeah, I'm just giving you again. This is just a training. But if you wanted to, ladies and gentlemen, if you wanted to create some phenomenal looking, there we go. I don't like the square look. I wanted to change that, but I'll do it just for the training. And then you can add background color to these. No, you can double. You can, if you type it twice, make it look like a shadow to these this text here, ladies and gentlemen. But you can go ahead and start creating some phenomenal look. And if you want to make it a little larger, all you have to do is just bring it out, and the text will get larger, just like that. You don't have to add any special button or add any special content to get the image. I mean, the text to be the font to be a lot larger. You can just stretch it. Just something like that. But I mean, again, this is an example. But once this is done, I mean, you can have some professional looking background cover photos. That's right. Professional background looking cover photos for your capture pages. And when someone go ahead and when you post something like this on YouTube, or I mean, excuse me, post something like this on Facebook, on Google Plus, on Twitter, this creates attraction. They're looking at you like, wow, how did they create that image? What looks so professional? They must be spending an arm and a leg. you know, People will ask you that question, ladies and gentlemen. But just be aware. I gotta edit this background. Go ahead, delete that. But just give you an example, as you can see here, you can do a bunch, and you can add more content, more photos if you want to add another person. What I like to do is I go to Google and I'll go to PNG images, and then I'll save them if I think they're usable. And again, make sure they're not being used by someone or they're not licensed by someone to use. Then I'll go ahead and grab it and share it. Like, let me show you this guy here. This guy looks funny. He just looks like he's excited. This is a JPG, so the background will be white, but I would probably make this a PNG. Like this lady here, if I was to add her, she's a PNG, so her background is transparent. And oh, she disappeared. There she goes. And then you can do all sorts of things, ladies and gentlemen, with this. What's phenomenal about this program? You're going to be able to create some great looking cover photos for your business. You can add if you have a PNG image, and a way to find PNG images on social media for your particular products. We'll put EPX body PNG images. Let's see, it's all different sorts here, ladies and gentlemen. But if you have a particular picture and you like it, but it's not transparent, next training I'll show you how to make it so that you can remove the background. And again, that's free. And I'll show you how to do that, ladies and gentlemen. That won't be no charge as well. But if you wanted to use some picture here and the background is there and it's a white or black or red or yellow background, you're going to be able to remove that actual background. See, this is transparent, because of the lines in the background. So if I was to take this image and save it image as, and I'm going to put it as cover photo, ClickBank images is what I called it. And I'm going to save it, and I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to import it. And I'm going to go, since I'm here, I'm just going to put EPX. There we go. Open it, and here it is. I'm going to change the background color before I do that, because this is blue. And then you can take this image. So I would get rid of this text and take this image and add this instead. Obviously, it looks a little pixelated, so you might want to make it a little smaller. And you can get creative, ladies and gentlemen. You can get creative with this. This is what's great about this tool. It's like add and subtract with a few clicks of a button. And then what's going to happen once you save this, it's going to look phenomenal on social media. So you can brand yourself. You can add a name. You can name your name of the company, another picture of your dog, a cat. It doesn't matter, but you can get creative, ladies and gentlemen. And once you save this, just click on save. Obviously, I wanted to show you what it was going to look like when you upload it into Opportunity Launch, but as you know and I know, the website's down. So again, this actual site, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to leave the page. I'm not going to save that. This site is called Photo.com, but this one's background images. So just remember, this is free to use. There is an upgraded part to this program, but I use just the free side because you can use the free side for a lot of great tools, ladies and gentlemen. So just be aware of that. It's called Photour.com. I'm sure many of you used it for banners because I show people how to make banners with using this program. Now they have background images creation, which is phenomenal, because last week I used an older program. This one is a lot better because this one here, you can add all sorts of programs, all sorts of picture content, colors, background, and create some great looking capture pages. All right, so just be aware, once you create one, don't get too detailed with the very first one you create, because when you load it onto Opportunity Launch, it might shrink it or expand it just a tad, and you want to make sure that the lettering is in place correctly. So before you do like you spend an hour building one, make sure that you take the time out to create one quickly, just random text, pictures, etc. Save it, put it into Opportunity Launch, make the capture page, and then view it, and then it'll show you where the image and the text is at, and make sure it's not sticking outside the actual capture page picture, or the corner, or your head is halfway missing because you made it too large, etc. So just make sure you practice a little bit, I guess is what I'm trying to say, before you go ahead and create capture pages. Now remember, don't get sloppy either when you create these capture pages. People will know when you haven't put any effort into a capture page. I mean, this here is for people that want to take the time out to make their own capture pages. I mean, we have thousands of pictures already built, already ready to go. You don't need to do this. But those that want to do it and get creative, I know Lonnie is looking at this and he's drooling right now because he wants to create so many, because he's creative with graphics. He likes to put pictures. He likes to do a lot of great stuff, music, etc. So I know that he will take this and run with it. So for those that like it, by all means, it's filter slash background, and then what's going to happen, it'll take you to that page. Just go ahead and sign in. It's a free account, and go ahead and start designing. So just be aware of that. That being said, that's all I wanted to share today. Just a tip of the tricks. Obviously, I just shared with you the Opportunity Launch blog, what's going to look like, what you can be, when you know how to add, SEO optimization. Today's day is blogging day. Today's Patricia's day. I don't want to take too much of a time. So other than that, it's just the free images, ladies and gentlemen, and that's it. That's
All
all I
right,
wanted to
all
share.
right. Hey, could you put that image up? Do you still have it available? The one with the
Oh, the one I had?
yeah, that one.
No, I erased it already.
Yeah, we want to thank Ramon for his presentation, and Miss Pat. We're gonna bring her on in a second too, so she can close us out. But what Ramon just showed you, if you're gonna brand anything out here, when you get to a level of understanding, it's always about you. It's nothing wrong with what he just did. Is the way that you need to represent yourself in any company. You need to see you, but then see the company behind you or something that you're working with. That is the way that you brand the company. When you put the company out there, you're just advertising the company. And yes, you want to use that to attract people, but the main thing that people join, they join you, the people they like, know, and trust. And that's the reason why you start to see more of my picture in everything that I do, because you want those people to follow you. If you decide to leave EPX body, then you guess what? You are a brand in yourself, and wherever you go, people will recognize you and not just this symbol that's on your page. I know some top notch marketers in another alternative to this company right here, and wherever she went, it's all about her. Yes, you would see the company, but more so up front, you would always see her. So no matter where she went, she was a success in bringing people over. So whenever they seen her picture, it was all about her. And then whatever thing, brand or company or products she was using, you would see the products in the background. So that's a phenomenal representation. Hopefully, people will catch on to this and start putting more of themselves in front of the products. Just use the products to leverage people to see you, which is the most important product, the most important thing today. All right, Miss Pat, are you there?
Yes. Now, you see why I was so excited about EPX. I am excited
We know
about
you're
that.
excited about EPX body.
But no, no, no. Opportunity launch. When I heard about the blog, that was just so exciting to me, because if you could have an SEO optimized blog and only put your content in it, and have a space on on Google. I mean, what else is there?
That is amazing, totally amazing.
Yes, absolutely amazing.
So
Absolutely.
Reynolds, Reynolds.
Oh, you're doing the
Ray
R
knows.
NOLDS, like the aluminum foil.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Do we have any questions or?
Have some questions. Hold on one second.
Thank you, Ramon.